is Eric Vale, the voice of Trunks, and you're listening to Chibi No Podcast.
Protect the moon! Oh my god!
Wait, explosion, murder, gun! Dynamite! Destroy! I'm stronger!
And what is up, peeps? It is time for another episode of Chibi No Podcast. You got me, David the Smash Fan.
Mister.
Chip right here.
Miles, your tech guy.
And Shark King.
And Shark King, wah! You're Papa King now.
That hasn't been officially changed, but I guess we can talk about it.
Fine,
We got
fine,
Mama
fine.
Bear, Papa Shark. We got
Papa Shark, Papa Shark.
Papa Shark.
Yeah, we have Mama Bear.
Are we collecting all the animals here?
Sure.
I would call you.
We have Little Bear.
Yeah.
As long as we're not Labubu's, I'm good.
Oh, those ugly, nasty, crappy things.
Yeah.
Why is that a thing anyway?
I don't know. I heard they
It's a
dropped
dying
off.
trend.
It's like
yeah.
the furries.
Is it dying?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
dying.
yeah.
It's
Actually,
dying.
it's on a
dying.
decline, thank
It's dying.
God.
Yeah, it's true.
I guess it's the new age Furbies. I don't know.
Yeah, that's why you will call
Maybe
it.
not. I mean, I don't know. Well, maybe that's not a fair comparison because those Furbies
No,
were
I
creepy
think
as
so. I
shit.
think
No,
so.
because they talk to you and walk around and you can teach them
No,
to swear like a parrot.
You know what? Kind of going back on that. I don't know if this is like a Spanish thing,
Yes,
whatever.
it is.
Here we go.
But like, I've been seeing a lot of videos of like those things about the furries, but they're posting them more and more in Spanish. They're
the
called
Therians?
Therians, yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, it's so weird.
No.
Yeah, well, if you're in the Spanish community.
The Spanish
I'm
community,
not
like
in the
I
Spanish
swear, some of
community,
those
so I don't know.
trends, like they don't come to like South America till like years later. So now it's like these Therians. So like,
It's beyond furries.
yeah, it's beyond furries. It's super freaking
Like, this is how
weird.
bad it is. They're still in the 90s metal. Like, they still...
80s.
Like, 80s, 90s. Like, Guns N' Roses just hit there. So they're just like going crazy.
That's not
No,
real.
no,
But they love their 90s,
They love
80s metal.
mediocrity. They love mediocrity.
So they like.
Why you?
Or do you mean like they like the glam rock?
They're actually good.
They
Yeah.
like
It's a joke.
mediocrity.
That's not mediocrity.
No, it's
Glam
not.
rock's not
Guns N'
mediocre.
Guns N'
Just
Roses
because you don't
mediocre.
like it.
But the
No,
rest
they're
is good.
not.
Yeah.
The rest are good.
They're like one of the biggest
Miss-
rock bands of all time.
Mr.
You call
Mr.
them
has
mediocre?
like Mr. Mr. has the weirdest takes on some of these music.
He might not
stuff,
like the
FYI.
band, but that's
Yeah,
it's
and
fallacy
that's
to
the
say they're
thing.
mediocre when they're that successful.
He
That's
just
like saying
doesn't-
it's like saying Nickelback's mediocre when they're like one of the highest rock selling bands in the world.
Yeah.
So you can not like
Yeah.
them, but you
Kinda
can't say they're
wanna-
not successful.
I don't know.
But anyway, these Therian things are freaky
Yeah,
weird, man.
that's
like
weird.
They take furries like to a whole new level. They're
What
like
are they called?
Therians.
Therians. Let's look this up.
Therians.
Okay.
I don't know if they have English ones. The most of them that I saw were in Spanish.
What the fuck? It looks like. I mean, they just look like
It's like
our.
an evolution of furries.
Yeah.
It looks like. Honestly, it looks like the liberals downtown Salt Lake. To be honest, I mean,
Well, like
it looks like that.
they get progressively worse. As friend has sent me one.
That one's
and
kind of
now-
cool though.
Yeah, that's like those are exceptions. Those are not the rules.
Here we go. There's the exception, not the rule.
Oh, I never knew what those were.
No,
First of all, that's a Nosuke.
That's a Nosuke, bro.
Oh.
No, it's kind of cool. It's a Nosuke. That's dope. Anyway, that's good. Cosplay.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's
talk about your girlfriend. Okay, go for a bit.
no,
You're gonna say something.
anyway.
about your
No, I'm
girlfriend.
saying she sent me one thing about it, and then like I get all my Instagram feed now. I'm like, gosh, I don't
Hey,
hate
no.
watching this crap.
Now you're part of them.
I'm not a Therian.
Not yet.
No, fudge that.
Don't ever.
If there's
go
like one
Therian.
thing that I wouldn't want to be is a Therian. Like there's like levels. There's like people that like, let's say like
Would you be a Lannister
animes.
instead?
What?
Would you be a Lannister instead?
I don't know what that is.
Lannister. Never mind.
Joke.
All
Game
I
of
get-
Thrones. It was just a joke.
I never saw it.
I can tell.
I thought you did.
I saw
Talk
like
about the ending.
because I
You
saw
knew.
parts of it.
I believe you.
I saw parts of it.
Nice.
I know how it ends. I never saw all of it.
So, anyways, my feed is
I told you.
just
I saw the red wedding.
working out stuff
I saw the
food
when
and goth
Prince.
girls.
What's the prince? The
Ali.
evil kid.
Ali.
No, shut up, Prince Ali.
Blah, blah, blah.
The one gets poisoned on his David's
it
wedding.
doesn't matter. It
I want to
doesn't-
know what's his name.
Huh?
Williams.
No, the prince that gets that on his
Joffrey
wedding day.
from
Yeah,
Game of Thrones?
Joffrey.
Joffrey,
So I
yeah.
saw the red wedding. I saw when Joffrey gets killed. I saw when poisoned. I saw the one where
died, though?
the guy that pushes his eyes into the. I saw that one,
Yeah.
and then I saw the finale. No, and then I saw the episode where it's like 90% black. Like you can't see anything. It's like a huge
like the
fight.
end war
Oh,
where
that
Arya
was
like.
the-
And then
Yeah.
Anya does this stupid move and how he
It was
kills.
pretty
I was
bad.
like, what?
It was pretty bad.
And then I saw the ending
You know, if you rewatch that fight where it's like
when it's
dark,
brightened.
yeah, but when you watch it in normal TVs, it's
Normal?
Yeah, because
So you
that's
got
what
like
I'm gonna be. That's what I'm
what
gonna talk
kind of TV do
about.
you have, man?
If you watch it with your normal TVs, you're
What's
gonna
a
see
normal TV?
just
That's
like
what I wanna know.
like an LED, LCD. But then if you watch it in OLED, it's like how it originally aired. Like it's all black. You can't see shit. I was watching it on my OLED.
so-
I couldn't see the.
Wait. Just a second. You said how it originally aired. So when I saw it originally aired, it was lighter.
No, I swear, if you heard me, I said if you watch it now on a regular TV, you'll see the monsters because they brightened them up.
But before you
if
couldn't
you
see
watch
it.
it on
Okay,
the
okay.
OLED, you don't see them.
That's a fallacy of technology. You can literally go on your OLED and up to the contrast, and it'll be
I know.
just like
I
an
did.
LCD.
I did have
You
to.
need to have a
But
fancy
It has
TV.
nothing to do with it being LCD.
I don't know.
LED.
Anyway,
Anyway, so I saw this. So I know what
LED 's
happens.
just anyway,
I never saw
educated on
all
the
of them.
podcast.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah.
So you're a poser.
So anyway, no, I never. I said I know how it
Doesn't
ends.
matter. I don't care. I'm just
So anyway,
I'm
so
giving you a
there's
hard time.
like people. There's like people who like watch stuff that have like anthropomorphic stuff, which is okay, whatever. That's their
Animorphs.
taste.
Yeah.
And then you have like people that are furries, right? And then you have the Therians that are like way up here.
What the fuck's a Therian?
That's
I
what
just showed you.
Oh my gosh.
I tuned you out because you were just tangent. You were being on a tangent, so I was just like, okay,
Hey, you want to have a tangent about OLEDs?
for a second. Anyways,
I'm not going to get into this educating him
So
on
is
technology.
it just wearing a helmet that's like an animal?
No, it's like literally like you're
cosplay.
no. They literally like they respond to you in like animal noises and stuff. They go on all fours. They literally think like
They will hump your leg.
like you know that
I get it
meme.
now. I get it now.
You know that
I
meme of that
understand.
guy is like on all levels except physical. I am a wolf. like that dude. Like that Therians are like that, but they wouldn't even say that. They would just bark it. Bark, bark, bark,
the
bark,
fuck,
bark, bark.
say?
That's what they would do.
That's sad.
That's probably their
Dude,
anthem.
I think it's a time for Animorphs to come out.
I miss Animorphs.
Dude, if that comes
That
out,
would blow
they're gonna
up.
make so much
That would
money.
blow. They're like, oh, it's like us Therians. Get the fuck
like
out of
me.
here. You're not like
Just like me.
That's
just
weird.
like me.
What was the name of the slugs again in Animorphs?
Oh, I don't
Ask
remember.
him. I don't remember.
It's been too long.
But
It's
anyway,
been way
they
too
knew
long.
to go into all of them.
Yeah.
That needs to come back. That's a
Didn't
franchise has to come back.
Didn't that? How many books were in that series?
A lot.
Oh, there's a lot.
There was
But
like
there was a book, the whole series, and then there was an ending from the perspective of the alien itself.
Yes,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
The prequel from the king.
Yep.
I actually read all of them.
They were amazing series.
I read I think maybe 10 of them because they were like short. They weren't like super long. They're like
They were
maybe
like maybe 100, 200
yeah,
pages.
100.
And I'm a
No,
big
I don't-
fan
yeah.
of
Oh,
what's
the
his
TV
name?
show.
What's his name? Something Scott. The guy who plays Iceman. He played Jake.
Yeah, in the
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. Sean Ashmore. Sean Ashmore.
Yeah, yeah,
That's his
yeah.
name. Great actor.
Yep.
So I miss seeing that.
It's time for a revival.
They only got like halfway through the books in the show, if I remember right.
I don't even think
Not even that,
halfway.
not even
no,
that,
they
no.
got
I think
like
they did one
was
book,
good.
didn't they? Because it doesn't.
they did way
no,
more than
because
one book.
remember
It was
usually
a season. It was a season.
Usually the books
seasons,
like
yeah.
they focus on a character,
Yeah.
right? And so they had a few. I don't remember how many,
I
but
don't remember.
they only did a season. It didn't do as well as they expected. They thought it was gonna blow up, but it
Come
didn't.
back.
I remember being on their back when we had the fan club stuff. You get like the mail-in stuff in the mail.
Yeah.
That was cool. Javi, did you ever watch the Animorphs or read the books back in the day?
Not one.
I think it was past your
Did you read them?
Nope.
Okay.
He said he was past your time. How do you think we? Well, okay. Javi's like
How much older are we from Javi? How old is Javi?
Oh, you're still a millennial, aren't you?
No, I meant how much older? Like,
Oh.
that could still be a gap. Like, is he like? How old are you again, Javi? I forgot.
I'm 32.
Oh, yeah. He's kind of on the border edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would have missed out on that.
he still remembers.
He would have been the SpongeBob kid while we were the Scooby-Doo kids.
I
So
was
there's a
SpongeBob
difference.
Kid. What are you talking about?
What about the Flintstones, man?
Yeah, but you're
What about the
you're,
Flintstones?
you're bridging that gap.
I missed the
Claiming
Flintstones.
that Scooby-Doo's better than SpongeBob?
I am saying that. Actually, matter of fact, yes, I am.
I don't know what they're saying, Javi. I'm sorry that you have to hear
I
such
wasn't
blasphemy.
saying that, but I will agree with that statement. Yes, but that's not what I
Let's
was
bring
saying.
back the 90s TNMT.
The TMNT 90s
Oh, the
Turtles.
2000s TMNT. That one was way good.
No, see, he is on that gap. He's that gap.
Yeah.
That's that
Oh,
gap.
man, I don't know what you're talking about. That was the cool one.
Anyway,
It was right.
See,
Yeah, see,
Javi's on that gap. It's that
Dude, the
gap.
intro is tight and
It's the
everything's
age
tight.
gap.
And then, you know what? It's fine.
This is hilarious.
anyway, okay.
I won't argue.
What happened?
Right,
So-
it was-
Let's begin with our first topic here. So we're getting closer and closer to the new Super Mario movie Galaxy movie.
Oh, yeah.
So there's been a lot of buzz about because there was a new trailer, a new teaser.
It was
I
like a
guess.
15-second teaser.
The one at
Hey.
Super Bowl?
No.
there was
It
one that
like
came
an
out earlier
online
this
one.
week.
It was Thursday, I think.
I think it was earlier. But anyway,
Tuesday or Wednesday.
yeah, it was one of those days. So they had like it's like a 15-second teaser, and it kind of showed like
added a little bit more to the original trailer and some extra stuff.
yeah, because you see Bowser like he's like running away from
Mario, and then you know that scene where Bowser Jr. like tries to cut at Mario. So there's a split scene where it cuts before that. So because they show the whole scene now, and Yoshi's in that scene, and he's not cutting Mario; he's cutting in between. It's just how they cut it in the first trailer.
Like an edit.
Yeah, and they cut the part of the trailer to make it look like he attacks Mario, but Yoshi's in there. And then the second part of the trailer, you see it's like nighttime, and they're looking into the sky and the stars with like a rocket ship, and then it's panning to everybody, and then on the left, you just see a shoulder and like a leg, and then it looks like a gun holster.
No, don't give me hopes.
I know.
No, look at this.
And people were like, "Who is this guy? Who is?" And I was like, "This looks familiar." And the minute I said that in my mind, everyone's like, "That's Fox McCloud."
No, see,
And he looks like the Star Fox Adventure Fox McCloud.
Nah, I think people are reaching.
I know. I don't want to believe.
I don't want to believe it either.
Because if they create the Smash universe, I will literally scream.
It
in the
won't
theaters.
happen soon. I think it could happen, but not. It's too soon.
I think you have to look it up on YouTube because if
That's
someone
not
wasn't-
enough.
I know that's not enough.
I'm
That's
not
enough.
saying.
I
I'm
know,
not
I know,
saying.
I know.
Everybody,
Yeah.
calm down. I'm just saying.
No,
Yeah.
David, I'm saying. I know. I'm just saying it's if that were the case, that'd be super cool. I would be super excited, but I don't want to believe in this because
Don't believe it.
I've been burned.
I've been burned before.
It would work in the sense of, well, I don't know. We haven't.
They're in the galaxy?
It would work.
Captain
technically.
Falcon, this and
No,
that.
stop it! Stop giving me
No,
hope,
see,
man.
don't
I
give
just.
hope.
Master Hand.
It would make sense. So like, I wouldn't be super surprised if I saw it though.
If I saw Fox, then I'm going to lose my
What
shiz.
if it's actually it's what if they are trolling you and then it's like Jet Set Gemini? David.
I mean, it could be just a bunch of stuff where it's not the Smash universe. It could just be like
Maybe some protectors
they're
or
going
something.
they're going to like different Nintendo worlds, but like different Nintendo
Oh.
franchises. But they're not. It's not a Smash Bros thing. You know what I mean?
No, they cannot. If they did that, I would be super pissed.
Nintendo does whatever they.
I still would be
They
pissed.
don't give a shit about you, dude.
I still would be
It's
pissed.
true.
Go ahead, but
They
they
can
can
do
give
what
a
they
shit.
want
They don't give a
and
shit
still
about
make
you. They'll
money.
do it. It's unfortunate. I just have to learn to live with it sometimes. Now
But this is
I-
actually Illumination.
It would be interesting though if they did do that.
I would say this: if they did a Smash universe, they would make a bank. It would be.
Oh,
like,
heck,
it would be
yeah,
the
they
next
would.
$1 billion company.
Well, because if you think about
Movie company.
no, I guess Donkey Kong was first. Mario was in Donkey Kong technically.
They have to have all the rights
So-
and the characters.
That would be.
They will
You know,
be kind of
but you know how easy that would be though, because how all these people who've created them and put them in Smash, they're like, oh, we're making a movie and we can put this character in here and we make money off of them just just saying, hey, yeah, you can use them, easy. Square Enix like, oh, you want us to put Cloud in your Smash movie? All right, yeah, just give us like this amount of zeros to this, one in front of it, and then Cloud can be in this movie. Done. It's like, oh, you want this people? You want Sora? Like, okay, another 6 zeros,
Can't
7
believe you even
zeros.
said
No,
Sora out of your
because
mouth.
I gotta say, well, Nintendo owns some. Disney owns Sora as well. So
I'm just
they have
saying,
to fight for
but
it.
you know what I mean, though. They'll be cool.
They have
with
to
it.
fight
No,
for
they
all the
don't own
rights.
Sora, do they?
No.
No,
They don't own
That's
Sora.
Square Enix.
Yeah, Square Enix owns Sora.
Yeah.
Everything else in Kingdom Hearts, yes, Disney owns.
Minecraft, they would just literally go to Microsoft and say, hey, or what is it called? Whoever the company is, it's Java something. I can't remember what owns Minecraft.
I don't know.
But they just,
Microsoft owns Minecraft.
oh, okay, Microsoft. They go to Microsoft and they'll be like,
Microsoft
hey,
would be okay with
we
it.
we want Steve to
Yeah,
be
they
in
would.
here, and it could be Jack Black Steve, which is unfortunate, but it could be.
Why would that be in a 3D movie?
He turns 3D
At that particular
He'll
point,
turn
everything
3D
is disconnected.
because if Legends of Zelda, because it's being a live action film, if they were going to go to the
Oh, they're
Smash
gonna-
universe, they'll
Roger
turn 3D.
Rabbit?
Yeah, they'll turn
make
it
it
to a
Roger
cartoon.
Rabbit.
This is PlayStation All Stars. This is getting.
This is the way.
This is getting.
But that would make sense because then there's Bowser, who's Jack Black, and Jack Black, who's Steve.
Okay, I'm going to be a selfish bastard here. I don't mind if they do Star Fox only for the hope that we get a new Star Fox game.
Yes.
That's as bad as
Yes.
likely as getting a new
Oh,
F-Zero
yeah.
game.
I'm
think
just
so.
putting it out
I
there.
know. Dude, but imagine if we see like live action Falcon Punch and just the flames and everything.
It won't be
4K.
live
I'm
action.
not saying
It's
it
not
would be
gonna work.
cool.
Okay,
I'm not saying
sorry,
that.
I'm sorry. I'm hyping everything too much. Okay. Anyways,
Yeah.
people are losing their minds about it. This is a cool little trailer.
They are. They're
won't-
losing their
won't-
minds.
We won't know
Of
what's
course.
going to happen until the movie comes out, which is
Next
March?
year,
This year,
next month,
next month, March.
A lot of things are happening on March too,
Wait,
right?
is it? I need to double check.
Or is
on
it April?
Spring, March to May.
I
There's a
thought
lot
it
of
was
things
April
happening.
6th or April 10th or something.
Oh, and JoJo's next month too.
that. Yeah, they showed a trailer. They showed
English,
the trailer. Yeah,
English,
the trailer. Yeah, look.
English. Oh my, Johnny Joestar. Holy hell!
It is pretty good.
Johnny
I'm
Young
very
Bosch?
No, Johnny Joestar.
I don't care then.
No, it's I'm excited for that. They're gonna show
When's
in
that
parts
come out
too.
for you guys?
March. March
I'm excited
6th?
for you.
March is gonna
March.
be.
I'm excited for you guys.
I'm excited
April
because
1st. Mario.
April 1st. Okay,
so
okay.
yeah,
coming up.
March to May is a lot of things coming out, and I'm excited.
The Boys. Luffy.
Get
One
excited.
Piece,
Invincible.
Boys are back in town.
Daredevil. I mean, just to name a few. But
Well, yeah, there we go, man.
I want to see what's the president's name again?
Valentine.
Yeah, President
Yeah, I'm
Obama.
excited for that.
And then we get to see the first Joe Star.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Yes, it's true. He is.
No, in the show, the
Yeah, in
first
the show.
Joe Star is Jesus.
It's stupid. Anyway, we're
It's
moving
the
on.
alternate universe, man.
Anyways.
We're moving on from this shit.
But oh wait, going back to Mario though, I do gotta say, regardless of what happens, it's gonna make a lot of money.
Yeah.
People are really excited. I think there's a lot of buzz, especially for the trailer, and I don't care. People are not gonna complain about Brie Larson. Regardless, I think she's gonna do a good
Oh,
job.
I think
Who is she, Rosalina?
Oh, she's Rosalina. I don't care about her like voice acting.
I think enough time has
She's
Long as you have
forgiving.
full creative
Is she
control of
forgiving?
it.
It doesn't.
I think
It's
enough
elimination.
time-
Dis-
well,
and-
like I'm saying, I think enough time has
Diego forgives her.
has happened,
I forgive
and she's
you.
not being as vocal as she was back then. So I think she's okay. Like she's
I
had
haven't
that
forgiven,
soft
forgot.
reset. I think
Hey
she's got that
guys,
soft
guys!
reset.
I want to hear what Shark King says. I know he's been holding his tongue. Shark King, tell us what your thoughts.
I mean, I'm fine with it. I haven't had an opinion on it. I just think the
Not
okay,
nuts.
either way, I think the movie's going to be good.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to see it.
Same.
Okay.
I think I sent you the Star Fox thing, right? Or the supposed Star Fox thing?
Yeah, supposedly.
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 But
No.
it looks like it'll be a good movie.
Yeah.
I was skeptical at first with it being Chris Pratt, but
Right there,
it was,
Diego.
I really
Right,
liked
Diego.
the movie.
And it's going to be an hour and 40 minutes. So
Oh wow,
Hour
that's
and 40,
actually pretty
huh?
long.
Not bad. I think it's like 15 minutes longer than the first one.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, going back to more movie trailers because we got a lot this week too. We got Toy Story 5. Now
I'm gonna
again,
watch it.
this is gonna be a freaking super controversial one because whether you're gonna watch it or not. But the fifth one is coming out June 19th. It's kind of weird. I mean, it's kind of relevant, I guess,
Kinda
in the
pointless.
sense that, well, yeah, it's
fun.
relevant
You
in the
don't need
sense
it,
that
though.
it's these toys that are versus like technology. So the girl Bonnie gets they call it lily pad.
Just an iPad.
Yeah. So anyway, the pad is trying to get rid of the toys somehow. I don't.
Oh, I saw the trailer in one of the movies I watched recently. Yeah, and I kind of remember this now.
So I'm saying it's kind of
Was it the
relevant.
housemate?
Like they're trying to figure out. And
I
again,
barely remember it.
from what I understand and from what we see in the trailer, this is going to be more centered to Jessie because Jessie, right in the Toy Story 2, she tells her story about how her owner left her after she was growing up and got older.
that was a good story.
Yeah, that was a good story.
It
So
was
I-
amazing.
So she got
First three
attached to
films are
Bonnie.
great.
She's really attached to Bonnie, so she doesn't want to get replaced again because that happened during the
Right.
last.
Who's the actress who plays Jessie again? She sounds so. I forgot her name. I just know she sounds super familiar. And I just
You can Google her.
She's she's been in tons of movies. She's in
Yes.
Stepmom, or was it Mothers? That movie with Julia Roberts, and one of them has cancer. She's in that one. She's in School of Rock. She's the principal.
Oh, okay.
What's her name?
I don't
Oh,
remember.
that's right.
Ah, yeah, I remember.
I'm the only one.
I don't even know who she is. I don't even know who she is.
Joan Cusack.
Yeah,
Oh, Joan.
yeah, Joan Cusack. Yeah, that's her name.
Sister of John.
Kinda-
Oh, but she didn't originally voice her. It was Mary Kay Bergman in the second film.
Oh, did she pass away then?
I don't know. That's
Huh.
so.
Also, 5 is only for her. Then I didn't know that.
You got a friend in me.
After 3, 3's ending was satisfying enough.
Three
that I'm
should
out.
have been but
Here's where like I'm kind of confused what's going on because so if you didn't watch Toy Story 4, that's Woody's story, which
I watched it. It was horrible.
is interesting. And so he ends up staying at this carnival or some park, and I don't know how far away it is from Bonnie.
Not that far if he can use a walkie-talkie.
But that's the thing. It never explains
Yeah,
that. And
good
it's like,
point.
when did they get the walkie-talkie? Like,
That was
off
weird.
screen, David. Come on, it's always off screen.
how?
Why do you need to know these things, man? You're so.
I want to
annoying
know
with
the
that.
setup.
I kind of want to know too.
Yeah, see?
it's just
I
off
don't
screen
care.
stuff.
Yeah.
Relax, man. It's not
So
that,
anyway-
I don't care either. To
it's
be
not
fair,
that
but-
big a deal to care about.
So
It's a
anyway, so
cartoon.
in the
survive.
movie,
Yeah, you'll
it
be
shows
okay.
like they're talking to Woody and they're like, "Hey, how is it going over there in the park? Like, we're getting tons and tons of toys every day.
Abandoned
They're
toys.
abandoned toys." And so it's like, I guess maybe it's too much for the park, and so Woody has to come and try and help them.
Yeah, that's cool.
And so Woody and Buzz are back, but they're still bickering. I don't know. There's a reason for it.
Yeah, it seems like Buzz feels like he was abandoned by. It would assume he was abandoned by his best bud, Woody. So he's has some, what's the word?
Trauma?
Not trauma. Like he's angry at resentment. That's the word. Thank you.
Feelings.
No, he has some resentment because it's his best bud. Like his,
Wait, why isn't Buzz with him?
No, so
Buzz
remember
never
at the end
left
of
with Eddie.
remember the end of Toy Story 4.
No, I do not.
Woody stays in the park with
Bo Peep.
Bo Peep. So she doesn't go back with Bonnie.
All right.
So Diego is saying that maybe Buzz holds resentment for Woody not coming back with them.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, if it's your
Yeah,
best
it could
bud,
be.
he
I don't
just
know.
leaves you.
That is fair. Yeah. That's fair.
So interesting. I don't really care to watch it either.
Nope.
Nah.
I'll watch it because of my kid.
Yeah, that's
I'll tell them
different.
Yeah, good for you.
Well, in theaters?
Maybe. I think he's starting to enjoy the movie theater.
Yeah, I was going to ask, how is Tim with the theater?
He's doing better. We watched
Cool,
How to
okay.
Train Your Dragon, and he loved it.
No
Sit
problem.
through it all of
yeah,
it?
I was gonna, wow.
Yeah,
Good
so
on him.
he's ready to
Little boy's
watch.
grown up.
Finally.
He's ready to watch the Mario movie for sure.
Oh, dude, I'm excited for you.
I'm
That's
taking
cool.
him for sure.
Good for you, dude. I'm excited for you.
I'm excited too because I want to go to movies.
That's what we're gonna do.
Anyway, next one.
Anyway, next one. So this one I'm gonna pass it over to Shark King because this has to do with the Pokemon 30th anniversary. So there was a presentation,
You got a friend.
I guess.
Yes.
What was it? Wednesday or Thursday? I can't remember.
It was?
It was like a small little thing. It wasn't huge. But
thought it was
what was
today.
announced was maybe it was today. I can't remember.
Yeah, because I got the thing today at this moment.
It was this morning, like at 3 o'clock in the morning or something.
Yeah, but I guess I got told by Shark King earlier than that. Of this information that was confirmed.
Last night.
Leaks.
Yeah. So anyway, they had said that that Nintendo Switch, so 1 and 2, are getting FireRed and LeafGreen. Finally.
After
Can you turn me down a little bit? You're like peeking. It's hurt my ears.
No.
bleeding.
It's okay. You
you can see the
suffer.
passion.
So this is what we've been waiting for. It's still not all the games, which don't know why. If it's
They
Thursday
want to make
night,
money out of it. That's why.
they should give us all.
Probably wait till the 28th.
And it's going to be $20.
And as Javi, what you told me, I believe, is it technically on a technical level, like Fire, Red, and Leaf Green, they're technically the best Pokemon game, right?
No,
Oh, I thought you said that.
I
My
didn't.
bad.
no. I would say Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
Yes.
It is. I think that's the
my
best one.
favorite. But I thought you said something like technically it was like.
I would say that because I like it. I like it a
misheard
lot.
then,
I
I
like
guess.
the original.
Isn't
Well, Paul's not a real Pokemon master, so we're not who's
True.
wrong.
So now he could actually get that title now for actually playing.
I actually do have it. So
You have your kindergarten
Oh, no,
Crayola
I'm
one.
thinking
I got
of
my
Gen-
2DS.
Okay.
Gen 3 is when they fixed. No, that's when they fixed.
Gen 4 was when they fixed the physical special split.
Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, that's what it was. My bad. That's what I was
Well,
thinking.
that included Heart Gold, Soul Silver.
Oh, yeah. See, there you go. That's perfect.
So when this happened, there was a Q&A that was done by Nintendo, which I don't think Nintendo should have done.
They should have vetted.
Because they should not have done this because there's always going to be questions that they
Why
will
not
have
now,
bad
but not 2
answers to.
years?
So
All right.
here's the first thing.
What you got?
So first of all, each game is going to be a standalone. It's going to be $20 each.
$40.
So $40 to get Fire Green and Leaf Red.
Wait, they're not part of the emulation?
No.
That comes to this. So here comes. So first they said this. The question was, if these titles are meant to celebrate 30 years of anniversary. Well, yeah, 30 years of anniversary.
Capitalize on, not celebrate.
Well, that's what they said. Celebrate 30 years. Why
be
aren't
honest.
you?
Yeah.
This is what they asked first. Why aren't you releasing the original Pokemon Blue version and Pokemon Red version games that launched 30 years ago? And so they said, quote, we thought users will appreciate the ultimate versions of those original adventures, which adds various features and upgrades to the content of Pokemon Red and Blue. It says that's fair enough. This is what
they couldn't sell the original ones for $20.
so this is what it says. The article says that's fair enough, but then having opened the Red and Blue can of worms, Nintendo goes on to preempt another popular question. Next question was, when will you add the original Pokemon Red and Blue versions or other Pokemon games to the Nintendo Classic collections available with Nintendo Switch Online? I'm telling you, they should not have done this. It says it's a question Nintendo fans have asked ever since the first Game Boy titles were announced for Nintendo Switch Online years ago. In response, Nintendo lists a selection of Pokemon spin-off games which are already available via the service, and then concludes with, quote, "We have nothing to announce regarding any other potential titles."
Yep.
They're gonna remake them and just port them back out as
And then
versions.
regarding the emulator, right? Why are they not on the emulator? Nintendo replies, "These games are being offered as a standalone software and are not planned for release as part of the Game Boy Advance Nintendo Classics collection."
Yeah, why?
They want to make a buck out of
They're
it.
not gonna
Making
answer
a
that.
buck out
I
of
think
it.
they
Exactly.
want to make money for sure. That's a giving.
So here's the other thing. How are those? This is what's ironic. When those games run as a standalone, do you know what they're using? Emulation.
Yeah.
It's just Nintendo being
They
assholes.
They need to make them, and I think they
don't need to make
They
it.
don't
They want
need
to.
to
Don't
make
put
it,
need.
yeah.
They
Don't
want
put
to.
need. Okay. Don't put
But
need.
here's the thing.
Do not
Okay.
put need.
Okay.
They want.
Okay.
They
They
want.
want. And they,
Put
you know
need.
what? People are gonna buy it regardless.
But
Because
here's-
it's solid.
I know.
That's why I was
Yeah,
gonna
but
mention
here's the
But
thing,
don't
and I
put
think
need.
Shark King has said this before. If they were to release, like they did on the 3DS, if they were to release all of those games as standalone games you had to buy, people would buy them because there's no other way to get them.
Sure.
So it's like, the real
What's the
question is,
point of-
what is their reasoning for this?
Money.
No, if it were money, like I said, each game's
Yeah,
$20.
that's a bad response right there.
Well, that in
I
addition
mean, I
to
can get
that,
it on my phone. I can get it on my
and
Steam
in
Deck.
addition to that, because it is the anniversary year, they have to throw something out there for.
But
the fans.
again,
So
They
that's the
don't
thing.
have to.
It's not. It's
They
yeah.
don't
Look
have
what
to.
they did
never-
with
they
The
did it
Legend of
for
Zelda.
But
They
hey,
never did it for Mario.
if they don't do it, people are gonna complain. If they do it, people are gonna complain. Regardless, people are gonna complain.
No, but they could do it better. They're just what they're doing is literally just
Guys,
picking and choosing.
Gotta give Shark King. I want to
Sorry,
hear
go,
now because
go,
you
go.
have
No,
the
you're
best
good.
input.
No, you guys are right. Like, I feel like you said, like, what they did something like that for Mario or Zelda. As
Good
far as like
argument.
money goes, Pokemon, it's in a league of its own.
That's
That doesn't
true.
mean it's right,
Right.
but they're doing it for the money. Like, they shouldn't charge it. In my opinion, like, I'm surprised that it's not included in the Switch Online like emulation stuff.
So
But I think $20 is a lot. I think it
That's
should have been like
bullshit.
$10 because that's what they did with the old games.
I would,
Yeah,
okay,
I was
and,
gonna
and
ask-
in
yes.
addition to that, they also gonna release a special edition Pokemon game in Japan in the Pokemon Center,
fuck Japan.
which has you buy the console, you buy the game. It's an individual game, and you also get a box of the free 3-star Pokemons in a glass case.
In a glass ball.
Yeah,
I could care less.
But it's only Japan.
yeah, Japan.
Oh,
only.
okay, only Japan. Fuck Japan. Like I just said, the $20. If it's the $20, what it should incorporate is if you
Oh
play
my
those
God.
Pokemon and get those Pokemon in that game, it should give you a free year of Pokemon Home, so you can at least transfer them over and put them into the new game, so that when 10th generation or whatever gen we're in coming into, you can put those Pokemon into it. If it's just this, and then there's like, oh, there's no way to port these Pokemon that you get into anything. That's fucking stupid. Or at
It's
least
rumored to get home support, so you'll be able to transfer these Pokemon into like Scarlet and Violet, Legend ZA, and then whatever Gen 10 is eventually.
okay.
Not that again, still doesn't make it okay.
Yes,
especially
agreed.
that's a lot, and it's gonna have online connectivity.
Okay, that's cool, but I think if it was $20 either way, it should have incorporated like a tooth pack. You know, you get red, silver, and leaf green, or blue, gold, and FireRed. Like for $20, and that would have been perfect because then everybody would have been spending $40 for the complete package.
So just to
I think they should have done not just Gen or Fire Red, Leaf Green. I think they should have done Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald.
Yeah, go Miles.
Yeah, that would have been fine. I was just looking it up, Javi. So on February 27th, 2016, the 3DS, when they got it on the virtual console, those were $10 each for
Yep.
the Pokemons they dropped on that. So,
They just double the price.
yeah, they just doubled the price.
For what? For nothing.
Yeah, it's just,
Well, here's
it's
the
just to
thing,
bring that up. It's just kind of interesting.
and I think there's a thing about this.
Yeah.
I guess people are screwed regardless, because if the game comes out, it's going to come out. People are going to buy it. If they're going to buy it, Nintendo's going to say, oh, we're doing this. People are buying it. Let's release more games at the same price. If people don't buy it, that's the only way that it can help Nintendo change their mind into the way
I don't
they
think so.
release
I
it.
think
No.
they'll.
I don't
if
think they
sells,
care if
they'll
people
keep
buy it,
doing
to be honest. Yeah.
And if they don't, then they'll just be like, okay, we won't release it. You just can't play it anymore.
Pretty much, yeah, they don't care. Like, if people want to buy it, cool, they get their $20, but in that, they don't really
They're
care.
just
don't
they're
care.
like, I think Diego has always had this idea and this thought, which is that they're behind on the times on what
They always are.
people want here.
But regardless-
Again, no. Because there's always a culture thing, which I don't know how that would even be. Like their work culture or whatever they think about. But it's like, yeah, but now you look at everywhere. You're looking at what Sony was doing, what Xbox is doing, what other these companies are doing that are bringing all these games back for much less. And it's like, and you have probably one of the biggest IPs ever. Aside from Mario, like Pokemon is right up there. Like it probably even will go above it. Mario, just of how popular
I
it
think
is.
Pokemon
Yeah.
alone beats all the other IPs.
So it's like,
Grand Theft Auto and then Pokemon. And
so
then
it's like,
Call of Duty.
why would you stop yourself from making even more money? Because to release these games so that everyone could play them. Again, the point is, I know that in Japan, those games, for the most part, correct me if I'm wrong, they're much easier to get.
Yes, you can get them at secondhand sales stores.
Yes,
all the time.
Here, it is not that way at all.
Not at all.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Now, but that's the thing, is that if you want to become very popular, you have to look at your other markets. Yes, you can look at Japan. Japan be like, you know what? Yeah, you will release it on here or whatever. Or maybe they can have some sort of adapter so you can put it on there. But here, that's not possible because you can't even get the games at a reasonable price.
I think the problem here is the scalpers, though. Over there, they don't have to deal too many.
That's why.
That.
So that's why.
But that's why it's digital.
But that's a
Like-
culture thing.
And that's a
Like I said,
digital
that's
thing.
a culture thing, like I'm saying. And the thing about this, say what they say, you're still gonna buy the Pokemon game.
I'm not buying it.
No,
He's not gonna buy
He's
it.
gonna buy it. You talk about Nuzlocke.
David will probably buy it.
No,
You talk about this morning. So
Yeah, I want to do a solo
I'm
link.
telling you, like regardless,
I'll download on my Steam Deck just to
they
say.
know that
I'll
they
pirate
can
it. I don't
make
give a shit.
they can make money without putting any much effort.
But that's
I know.
But
It's-
that's the dumbest way to make money. That's the whole point.
On the
'Cause they can
contrary,
literally.
think
No,
about
it's
it.
not even that.
No,
It's not
They
even
make
that.
money every. No, hold on. Let me say. They can make money every single time they released a console. The 3DS, they did that. Then when the Wii came out, they could have done it again. The Wii U, all over again. The Switch 1, they could have released games by game. Switch 2, the same thing. Every single time they could have been making money. They're not bothering.
No,
they're just.
But think
they're
about
just
this
being
though. Think about
stupid.
this. You can release something again without putting any much work or any extra money, and you still get more money.
Right. But again, by that point alone, that's what I'm saying. Why are they stopping themselves?
That's
You're going to
exactly
release
what I'm
gold and
saying.
silver. You're going to release soul silver and hard gold. That you can put that at $25 each. I guarantee there's going to be millions of people that are going to buy
They're
it.
gonna buy it.
So again, the point is, it doesn't make sense that it's just about money. That doesn't make any sense because they will make so much more money
Okay.
if they release them on
Money
even again.
and nostalgia. Nostalgia is a big factor.
Exactly. Paul, I'm not disagreeing with you. The point is, why are they shooting themselves in the foot? Why are they saying?
Why are they only doing
Yeah.
FireRed and LeafGreen instead of
That's the
what I'm
thing.
saying.
That we,
library?
that we know so far.
No, I'm pretty sure that's all they're
going to
gonna
do.
do.
Games. I think they're going to release more.
I think that'll be that's Nintendo's
I
way
think
to
they'll
do it.
release like, oh, here's a new phone update for Pokemon Sleep. You can go fuck yourself.
And again, we
I'm
have
surprised actually Pokemon Sleep wasn't their announcement for this anniversary.
They probably will
Well,
on their
yeah,
direct.
anniversary is not even. Yeah, it's coming out.
They're
right
still
on
dumb.
17th.
But
No,
anyway.
but I'm just saying, like, I
Yeah.
could see them doing just that home where you don't even get a game. Like, that wouldn't be
Yeah.
beyond
I'm kind
Nintendo
of curious
either.
of what they're going to announce.
They're not
going to
be anything great. If that's what they give us here, I doubt the. I think the only
That's
big
it. That's all
thing.
you're gonna get.
I think the only big thing that they're going to release for the 28th of it is going to be the Pokemon.
64 games?
No, the
No.
Pokemon.
I already have those.
The fighting game.
fighting
the
game.
Yellow
new-
Darkness
No, no,
already
no,
came out?
No,
still not either.
Coliseum.
No, I meant the one
the
that's
new,
for the phone.
the new war.
The new competitive. The new
Oh, what's it
competitive
called?
one?
Oh, Champions.
that.
Champions.
Yeah, I bet you. I think they'll say either Champions drops that day or Champion drops in somewhere in spring, and that's it.
No,
And that's
I
it.
think
It's
there's
at
going to
the
be
end.
more.
It has to be
No, no, no,
before
I
that.
meant that's going to be their big
Yeah,
thing. Everything
but
else is going to just
it
be
has to be
meh.
before that because they're using Champions for this year, right? Hobby?
Yeah, summer.
Summer. Yeah.
But I'm saying that'll be the big thing
I
for
think they're
that
going
presentation.
to
Will
talk
be
about that. Pokemon Pocket. They're going to talk about the Pokemon Kanto Center in Japan. They're also going to be talking.
nobody gives a shit about the kind of
No,
center in Japan
dude.
because this is for everywhere else in the
No,
world.
seriously, because if it goes well, they're going to open in different regions. And I've been hearing that
They should just
Japan-
open it in other regions because they
well,
will do
they
well.
are.
Hey,
And
I'm
exactly
still
like
waiting.
Santa.
I'm still waiting for a remake of my Tamagotchi pooping dead Pikachu game. Where's my Tamagotchi?
You're gonna wait forever, man.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that much.
You're like, there's like 5 other people in the world that's waiting for this.
Just get
to
the
do.
fat.
I still dream.
just
I
get the
know,
fat
I know.
Pikachu.
Still dream.
Dude, you know what's funny is we were talking about that.
I miss
saw
that.
it on Reddit. Somebody was talking about like how his Tamagotchi's still alive. His Pikachu has been like 30 years.
Dude, mine got taken away from the teacher. I was pissed, and it died when she took it away. I was like almost crying.
Oh wow.
That sucks.
Yeah, my Pika died.
Anyways, Nintendo. Nintendo and Game Freak are being a bunch of dumb fucks. They're not being smart about spending
Didn't you
more.
buy a Switch to buy a new Pokemon game?
And guess what? I haven't touched it since.
But you bought it.
Unfortunately.
my
But again, here's the thing. Again, you're all proving my point, Paul. People will buy it for a game.
Yeah.
They will buy it for this virtual $20 overpriced game for nostalgia. Again, they can see that. Why don't they release more? They will make much more.
We don't know it yet. They announced these two things right now.
Pokemon. It's Pokemon.
Well, let's wait and see. Maybe they announce something else.
I don't think so.
I think they will announce something
Unless
else.
Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green is the weakest thing, and they're releasing it now. They're like, "Hey, you can buy this now," and it's like the weakest thing they're going to announce. I will give a standing ovation to Pokemon and Nintendo if they would start being like, "Okay, you can get Pokemon Red, Silver, and all the stuff like I was saying."
I mean,
multiple
here's
packs,
the thing.
and
Like
the next one is like, "Here's this other games. Here's Gale of Darkness dropping today. Here's other."
Not to mention next gen is coming up.
they're very defensive on their parts because when again in the story they asked, "Are there any other games going to come in with the emulation?"
Presentation? Oh,
We have other Pokemon games. No, we're not doing anything. Like they're very defensive on that, which again
they don't wanna
makes
announce
no
it.
sense.
No, they don't
No,
wanna make
they're
money.
just
They're stupid.
They're just stupid.
Anyways, move on. This is pissing me off. Or
Wait, I want to hear
something.
Javi.
That's right. This last thing that I'm so upset about is they're announcing these games that are for sale, which I think is a little overpriced. I mean, again, 10 years ago, like I said, it was $10 instead of 20. It's a Game Boy Color game instead of, or even just Game Boy compared to Game Boy Advance. Still, it's a big difference. I mean, Grass, you could say inflation or whatever.
No, not
it's
for this.
still haven't
graphics
gotten
card.
Gale of Darkness Coliseum, which they said we were going to get.
Yeah, that's what I was being more hyped for, to be honest, than paying for some Game Boy Advance game from freaking forever ago.
Yeah. Bunch of bitches. Anyway,
I guess we can't complain. I mean, we have Sonic's big anniversaries, and he doesn't get crap either.
Yeah, I was hoping for a Frontiers 2.
Oh yeah,
announcement
Link
on that.
anniversary this year as well too. Link of
I
Zelda.
guess what we're probably not going to get.
We didn't get anything. We got Skyward. We got Skyward Sword, and then we got the little
Get
like
the logo
mini
for the
thingy.
movie. That's what we'll
No,
get.
what day
We're
is
not.
the
You know what?
anniversary?
I'd like a Twilight Princess port for
Yeah.
the Switch too. But guess what? That's a fucking pipe dream because they don't like to make money. That's why. Yeah. They're like Sega. They're like, oh, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 remake.
They're like,
remastered?
my funny thing is like they made it. They made
who's smart.
They made
Sony.
the HD remix for the Wii U, which no one like compared to most people, no one bought anyway. No. But I'm saying like, yeah, but like compared to sales, like they didn't get as many
Nobody had
sales
a
for
Wii
those
U.
ones. So the point is
Nobody
like,
bought a Wii U.
so and to the point is like, okay, so you're not going to release these on the Nintendo Switch online?
Yeah, you get the
They're
money
like, no.
off of that. Where
They're
you,
like, no.
So
For the anniversary, no.
the anniversary is actually today in Japan, and nothing has been announced.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, that's why they don't care about.
give a
They
fuck.
don't understand.
At
Anyway,
least show us the trailer.
about us.
Live
shut up.
action movie.
I don't give a shit about the trailer. I just want
So-
Twilight Princess.
so let's move on.
Yeah.
In sad news, it has been reported that Phil Spencer is retiring as Xbox president. Sarah Bond is leaving her position as well. And then the president of Microsoft's core AI product, Asha Sharma, is taking over as CEO of Xbox, with Matt Booty moving up to executive vice president
Matt
and
Booty?
CCO of Xbox.
Is
I
that a real name?
His name is Matt Booty.
Oh,
I don't know these people enough to say anything.
don't know Phil Spencer?
No. I meant like the new people taking over.
So
I feel like the only thing, just from my point of view, is I'm worried because, like I said, I don't know. Miles will fill me in. I'm worried about her being the next like previous president before Phil. You know, the guy who's being a dick. But like, oh, if you want to borrow a game, you're gonna have to do. You know that whole bullshit that happened with the original Xbox.
Let me just interject real quick on, and I'm just going to give you just some information, and then
I'm
go
that's what I'm
ahead.
saying
Go
I'm worried
ahead.
about.
So, Asha Sharma. So, looking it up, her resume. So, she was the recent president of Microsoft's Core AI, right?
Yeah.
But her background was a former COO of Instacart and the vice president of product at Meta. But at Meta, she was doing Messenger and Instagram, so social. And then her stance, she has pledged a return to the renegade spirit, quote unquote, and promised to avoid soulless AI slop, quote unquote, in favor of human-centric art. Anyway, that's
Thank you.
all
That's
I'm
good.
going to
That's good
add.
to know.
I'll go into more detail later, but the biggest thing with the community is they're very vocal about her being passed over from an industry outsider to Xbox because she's not a gamer. So
Yeah.
anyway, just then go ahead. I just want to give you some insight. So what's your point of view on that, Diego?
It's a woman, Diego.
I don't care if it's a woman. It's just
I don't care about that.
it's for me. It's just I was just worried about it being like a stone cold person, like the previous president before Phil.
Oh,
was
that
kind
dumbass.
Of yeah, it's dumbass.
Because Phil's kind of the reason that got us out of that Xbox One slump, right? The X-Boner was Phil got us out of that.
He was getting us out of, but it was always like it was always like he's trying to go uphill while he's carrying like what Homer is carrying the freaking ball chained.
Boulder?
Yeah, Boulder chained to him, and that's what Phil's been doing forever, and it's just never been enough, and then it sucks, unfortunately, because
That was the day that ruined the Xbox.
Yeah, but previous president literally made him go in underwater, and Phil's trying to hold his breath while pulling that boulder up, and he's finally at sea level, and now he has to leave, and we have this new person, and then if you look at it just from her header of AI and all this stuff, people are like, oh, great, now we're going to have a soulless corpo person being the president of Xbox, just from a social layer of it. And now that a whole other stuff she's saying she doesn't want AI slop and all that, and anything, I kind of a little bit hopeful, but in my honest opinion, with how this is going to be, and I mean, I hope I'm wrong. I'm just saying this as an upfront feeling right now. I think Xbox will be dead by 2030.
They're kind of already dead though,
is.
because they're just a software company at this point.
Yeah. I don't have any new games.
I mean,
Don Matrick, that was the guy that ruined Xbox.
Yeah.
Literally that day, and we all will
Yeah,
never forget
infamous,
it.
infamous.
That day, I remember watching that whole day with the PS4 and the Xbox One, and without even having to think about, what's the future of Xbox, I think the whole community know, like, wow, way to destroy your entire brand in 1 hour. Mm-hmm. And like, I mean, you guys, like Javi, I'm sure you remember as well, but that day was the day that I knew Xbox was gone. It would never recover properly from that Xbox One reveal.
Yeah.
It shat on everything that made the Xbox great.
So,
And it's been trying to recover since.
So you think Halo's is that?
Halo's on PS5.
Halo's
The
not
thing
dead.
is, Halo's
The
not
games are
dead.
dead.
It's just
It's
not
just
going to be
not-
exclusive to Xbox and to Microsoft.
That's kind of our point. Like, it's not a hardware or a big gaming brand division anymore, right? It's just a software at this company.
and the thing now that worries is like now that PlayStation really has no other competitors, because Nintendo
what I worry about,
does its own thing. Nintendo literally does like Xbox, PlayStation, and then Nintendo's over here doing whatever
they
they're
don't
doing in
care.
the corner. Like
It's like the autistic kid playing with the toys in the bag. It just doesn't really matter.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Nintendo's just there
It's
doing
hard,
whatever they
it's-
want,
yeah,
and
it's insane.
and they're popular, so it's okay. So now it's like now the
Xbox
fear,
is like Sega now.
so now the fear is like
Yeah. Xbox is Sega now.
So now the fear is
That's
like,
a good way to
since
put it.
PlayStation will ultimately have no competitors, what's
the
to
monopoly
stop?
now.
They have a monopoly, but it's also what's to stop them from being who they are now. Like, I'm not saying that they will do that, but again, like the thing is, like what drives someone to be better is that there's someone against, there's some sort of pressure of you to be better than whoever you're
The
competing
only
with.
one I would say that would have even had a chance until we ran into this memory crisis with AI, but data centers right now would be the Steam machine would have been a major competitor.
Yeah, but again, that's the other thing is like, well, it's a Steam, but that's essentially still a computer.
Right, but it's a hardware company providing
Right.
software, and I'm just saying like that would have been a really good alternative.
That's now not.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we still haven't gone the prices on that, right?
Well,
Rumor
no, but that's the
prices,
point is like
everything
they've
else.
delayed everything because
Yeah.
of this. The Steam Deck's out of stock, by the way.
Yeah.
And so it's just this memory outage is
Wait,
it's
so it's not
affecting
coming
everything.
out, there's no specific date as to when?
Not anymore. They said
No.
they said they the last statement that Valve had was that they already planned within like their what'd you call that, like release
Fiscal year?
announcement? No, but
No.
like announcement plans.
Windows, yeah.
Yeah, they already had it. We've already passed an announcement they're going to do for like pricing and more marketing. But they've stopped it completely. Like they were going to share price and information like weeks ago, but it's
I think they
past
had
their-
to, because
They had
if they were to release it, they'd have to make it way more expensive than it should be.
And we
I
don't-
think anybody, they would make no sales. I think
And
they
we
have
don't-
to-
It's a smart move.
And what we don't know,
unfortunately.
Here's, I think we talked about this a few months ago, right? When we talked about the shortage about RAM, it's like a lot of these other companies, they had some awareness of what was going to happen, so some of them
They bought
bought
a lot of stock
a lot
already.
of stock for it. I think we talked about, wasn't Xbox one of them that didn't, or like that they would run out?
Xbox didn't, but it makes sense because they weren't
Right.
already selling very good anyway.
Right.
And then they also refused to move their factories out of China, so they're like, yeah, we're not going to move the factories to make it cheaper for consumers, so we'll just up the price of the console by a shit
Right.
ton. That's
so,
Microsoft.
So then
for you.
it's like, I don't know what Valve was doing, but Valve must have had something done with how they were handling this
Yeah.
that made them be like, we can't move forward. We have to do something. So that's why they delayed everything.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that they also may not have prepared fully for this, possibly, and that's where they're like, yeah, we're gonna have to reevaluate how we're gonna do this marketing, how we're gonna do this.
And the thing we like about Valve is they don't really try to screw over customers. Like they usually price things pretty accurately to the technology they release, and they're not trying to make money to the point of like be a PlayStation or be an Xbox of a brand where they make enough money. Like the Steam Deck, they did that out of a passion of love and gamers. Sure, they make a little bit, gets people on their platform, cool. But Valve, if you don't buy their Steam Deck, they don't care. If you don't buy their headset, they don't care. Like they're not like Valve's kind of like how you said Nintendo's in their own world. Same with Valve, right? They're not trying to compete to anything. Like they're like, you can still go on Windows. We don't give a shit.
Yeah,
you know?
computer. I think
It's a computer.
If you get into the world of the computer, it's so different because you have different companies that will specifically make hardware for gaming, but they're never like, we're gonna try and make it so you could to get a specific game, you have to buy our hardware. So they've never done that. Everyone's kind of been like, no, we're just here to get you the best gaming experience. So that's why you want to come to us. But all the games that you already play will be available to
Valve's
to
the
you.
most pro-consumer gaming company I've ever seen in my life, and they can prove it time and time again. But it just is what it is. They're not going to just release something and just say, here's $1,000, and if you want it, who cares? Like they're going to wait and figure things out.
Especially with how big this thing is.
That's how Valve is.
If it was like the Steam Deck and like a Steam Deck 2, let's just say, then they would. I think they would push it through. But if it was like this home console thing, they can't just push it through. They want to make money off of this, and it's not right now. Is not a good chance.
I think they just want, but they want to balance it with the pricing, and because it's so high, they're like, we can't sell it at the price that we will,
and what we value as our gamers should not.
Yeah, we feel that this is the right price.
The only downside that sucks is like the longer they wait, they're gonna have to redo the whole thing because technology will be behind.
No, I don't necessarily agree with that because like the Steam Deck, like I mean, who knows when we get another one? Like the Valve has been said, like they don't care that it's behind double performance to $1,000 Ally X right now, right? Because the Xbox Ally X, but they said they're waiting for the technology to catch up where the performance and battery and all that. So it could be another 5 years for all we know. They're not in a hurry.
Oh, okay.
Same with that's the same with the Steam machine is it's going to be like a mobile 4060. It's more than enough. You have your new DLS, or I guess FSS4 and all the upscaling frame gen. It'll last forever.
And again, you can upgrade it like
not the video card,
not the video card,
just RAM. That's really out in memory, But other than that, I mean, it'll last just fine, and they don't really care. But
5 years.
I'm pretty sure they would have some sort of system where, like, if you need to upgrade this, you can turn in yours in and get a pretty like substantial credit to get the next one. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do something like that, like far better than what like GameStop does, because that's how Valve will be. Again, I can't say that's what they will do, but I could see them doing that.
Good news, though, is they did say that they'll probably release a controller here soon, which is what I'm personally looking for. I want one of those. Those controllers it's perfect.
They
it's
look
amazing. Cool. But I guess back on Phil, I mean, it's not like Phil hasn't been bad on things. He's not been like perfect. I mean, I've liked him. I haven't liked everything he's done.
The better
past few years, I think it's been the hardest for him. Yeah, he's taken some bad choices.
I agree.
Well, I mean, under his watch, a lot. I mean, I'm not saying it's all solely him, but I feel like he could have pushed better on decisions. Like a lot of games that were like hyped up and they got canceled.
Like Perfect Dark.
Yeah, that was bad.
Oh my god!
And that's technically would be on him because it's
Scalebound.
Like Scalebound, all that other stuff.
I think that also the issue was that with all the changes to Game Pass, because that was his biggest thing.
Yeah,
it was like Game Pass, and now because they've changed how it works, the pricing and everything, it's like. I think that hurt a lot of people.
Not just that, is a lot of these companies that invested to put their games in there got screwed a lot too, because they all they shrunk. They had like layoffs.
The layoffs also didn't help as well.
Some of the companies just don't exist anymore. Like those Game Pass is smart, but it's also like it's a risky blade. Like it's a double-edged sword, and you got to be very careful. And so some people succeed, some people don't. The ones who succeed, in my point of view, is anybody who is Microsoft adjacent. Activision, Rare, all those people that are in there.
They were acquired by Microsoft.
Because they're not going to lose anything. Like, oh, yeah, you can play it. That's fine. You're paying for Microsoft. It's a win no matter what. But if it's like, an EA game going here, and then like it's a smaller, like a Respawn, I'm not saying it is Respawn, but like a Respawn, but the game doesn't do as well, then that company has the risk of like, oh, okay, we didn't make the money we wanted to make, or the amount of people playing it,
or
so
what
Microsoft
expected, right? Because you bring up a very good point, because that's the problem I have with Microsoft is them canceling a lot of these games. It's
they're so fucking cool looking.
It's like, but the thing is, because they want this type of profit, but I feel like it's one of those like Silicon Valley issues, right? Where where they're spending $20 on mochas every day, and just like, wait, it's just not good business management. It's not good money value, and like you're having like 800 devs that you don't need. I mean, look at Claire Obscure, for God's sakes. And I just think it's kind of like one of those Call of Duty or Hollywood things where they hire too much, they overspend on too much, it's completely unorganized, and then they're realizing the game's not going to make them profit because they're living off of, Starbucks every day. It's not good leadership at Microsoft.
Well, if that
and if I was a third, and if I was like, well, they are, right? And that if I was like one of these third parties that Microsoft owns as a publisher, I'd be afraid working on an Xbox game because you don't want it's going to get canned because of how they manage funding. I mean, like Playground Games from Forza, right? That head left, and now he's working at Amazon.
Yeah, I think just to kind of, I guess,
scary.
Not finish it, but the one thing that I was thinking of, especially with like Phil, like what he did, which probably was, I think, one of the worst decisions that he started to reference everything as the Xbox family, and he's like, here are these consoles that are in this that we're going to provide support to have support. I'm like, that is not good, because now you have to cater to the least, the lowest denominator, and that restricts and limits to what you can do with your games, because you have to make it run on there. So either the game overall, the quality is not as good as it can be, or the lowest console has to run at a much lower rate or whatever may be resolution, and people are going to suffer and they're not going to buy it.
The Series S was a huge mistake in my opinion.
Yeah, so it's like they try to make it so that everyone could play something, which again he overcorrected. The other guy was like, you can only, if you can't play this, you have this other console.
It's called an Xbox 360.
So now it's like, so now it's like, no, but now everyone can play. So he overcorrected.
Yeah.
So it's like you didn't find the balance. You just went completely the other way. So it's like,
I agree.
I know, I understand your intentions, but
with that being said, you think there's hope?
Nah,
I think Microsoft within 4 years is done.
All right,
we are the Titanic.
Even with
we are the Titanic.
Microsoft is the
Titanic.
Titanic, and everyone who's the head of it is just the violin orchestra players, just slowly playing the tune until it sinks.
And Rose is Halo, who will still survive.
Don't get me wrong; like they'll still be around, they'll still have their parties, but like if you're expecting these really grand things, like I just. Their biggest thing is the acquisition of. They're a publishing company. They have, they have, Bethesda and like, oh, Doom's our game. It's like, yeah, it's Bethesda's game. That's it. Fuck off. Like, no. But same with Overwatch, Blizzard. Like, that's all Microsoft now. People forget about that. It's just publishing. They're just going to move around money. But as a brand, like,
Xbox will be gone.
Whatever.
Wow. It sucks because
just bury your Xbox.
Shark King, what do you think?
I think it's really sad because we talked about it when Halo was announced to be coming to like PlayStation. It's bad when even GameStop is like, the console wars are over.
Yeah,
like GameStop of all people are telling you that it's over.
He's right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just bummed because I think it's a cool idea, I guess, for other people who haven't played. Halo's really the only game I care about on Xbox. And it's the only reason I ever bought Xbox. And I probably won't anymore.
Yeah.
All right, Pete.
I mean, it's as bad as it'd be like if Nintendo just stopped making Pokemon and be like, okay, I'm never going to buy from you.
Yeah. That's if Game Freak was bought from a different... Like, if Game Freak was bought by, like, Sony, and then all Pokemon games start going to Sony...
That'd be weird.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, Nintendo loses all their money.
Buy a PlayStation.
Yeah, buy a PlayStation. They'll be like, okay, now it's all solely PlayStation.
I say wouldn't buy a PlayStation.
You would for Pokemon.
For Pokemon? Yeah, you would.
You will.
That's why we have... Now, I would go the hobby round and just be playing Radical Red the entire time.
You'd want
just over and over.
You want a taste of the new and then go to Radical Red.
No. Diego, do you know how fast Radical Red updates?
You would still play it. Doesn't matter. If you're like a true player like Hobby, you play the new game and then Radical Red updates 2 weeks after the new game comes out. Then you play Radical Red with the updates.
Not to mention,
I still won't win it though.
So you don't have time.
That's why I play the emulator, because it's free.
And with the emulator, you can do the speed run. You can do 50%.
I'll still try and beat it, but I would never reach hobbies.
I hope the Pokemon FireRed and LeafGreen. Sorry, go back to this. They have the fast forward button like on Final Fantasy VII, because Final Fantasy VII does it.
It's Nintendo, man.
I doubt they will.
Who knows?
Okay,
Nintendo. I doubt it.
They don't cater to the players, Diego. We just talked about this.
Anyways, that's okay. Moving on.
Okay, now moving on to the finale topic. Cook.
Okay,
what
I don't know
topic?
what the fuck you said.
Final topic. So this kind of goes to why RAM is ridiculously high. It's kind of adjacent to this, right? We talked about this, like the power of AI. Everything's being invested in that. So, as we know, there's different, I don't know if you call them studios or companies that do things with AI. So there's one called Seedance that's from China, and they released their Seedance 2.0. Now, if you haven't seen this, I don't know where the heck you've been, because people have been talking about just how powerful it is. So it's gotten so powerful that people have started making like these AI videos of. They've done it before with Demon Hunters. They've done it before. They've done it now with Stranger Things. They've done it now with tons of anime, tons of like quote unquote dream fights. Like they had one that I saw, like if Tom Cruise fought John Wick or something like that.
I saw the Joe Rogan versus Keanu Reeves. That was funny.
Yeah, so like they have all this stuff. So now this has come up, and a lot of content creators have weighed in about what does this mean, because now we just talked about the head of Xbox now has a background in AI. We know how powerful it is. We talked about this before a few weeks ago about where they could use this in anime, but now it's like, now we see how fast they are actually progressing with the power of AI. So now it's like, crap, what are we doing now? What's going to happen? Because now I kind of feel like we're at a point where if a company doesn't specifically state that what they're going to use AI for, it's going to be used in a lot more, and the actual human touch that we get, especially with anime, because that's what we focus on in this podcast.
Human touch
is
in anime?
Yeah, is that it's going to be gone. Like, for example, there's a movie. There's an actual movie that's coming out, I think, later this month that is completely done in AI. It's like 30, 40 minutes. Like it's a CGI
animation.
movie.
Oh, okay.
Completely done by AI. Jeez. And AMC got a lot of praise because they refused to put it in their theater because it is strictly all AI.
Good. Thank you.
But now, again, all of the theaters are going to air it.
All the, like, I know you say thank you because of the disgust, but I think it's inevitable.
Yeah. So now the thing is like, what do you think is going to happen? Do you feel like companies will now either have to, if they decide not to restrict what to use AI for, would you feel more comfortable they actually come out and say we're only going to use AI for this, this, and this? Or do you feel like if they don't say that, that means that they're going to start using it in a lot more ways that take away the jobs of already those that are in animation or in some form of creating that stuff? Because I feel like if that happens, their jobs, again, are going to be either they're going to hire a lot less, or they're going to be paid even less, or even people like key animators won't be needed anymore because those are going to be done by AI.
I think there's two things to go from. One is, I think, like what Miles said, it's inevitable, but I think if it's already going down there, might as well just be upfront with it. Like, I'd rather you tell me you don't like me than talk behind my back type of thing.
Yeah.
So that's one. Two, for what people have been noticing with the Seedance AI thing, and it's creating, these fights or whatever, it's building the fights from already animated things. So it's not doing an original idea.
It's a prompt and an algorithm.
It's taking from what it is and redrawing it, or however it's doing, and redoing that to what it is. Because there's one where it shows like Ultra Instinct Vegito fighting Jiren, but it's just Vegeta powering up to Evolution Blue, and then there's like 4 different fight scenes choreographed together into that fight. So it's not an original movements of it's all from already created movements. So that's where right now, maybe next year it'll change, but that's where it's limited right now.
But that's kind of the point too, is like what you just mentioned, is like the fighting. Like, even in Star Wars, it's been really hard to get the animation to, like, the lightsabers look like they're hitting properly. And, like, that's getting fixed just within months.
Yeah.
I have a question for you guys. I think you guys are the ones that told me this, but isn't One Piece one of the first ones that started doing, like, the background, like say, the sea and stuff like that? That's AI, right?
Yeah,
yes.
So are there other animes that are doing that besides One Piece currently? I'd imagine there are. Maybe we don't know.
In terms of being, like, publicly stated, as far as I understand it, there's not been another public statement from other studios.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I'll double check on that.
Yeah, maybe it's something Diego can look for us. But the reason why I bring it up is that's kind of the scary part, is so I mean I'm caught up on the anime of One Piece, right? So unrelated to the manga. I remember you guys telling me that, and while I was watching, I did pay attention to the backgrounds, and the only one I could see was maybe some of like maybe the water with the waves because it kind of had a 3D effect. But I was like, God, I kind of like this better. Like that's beautiful. But for the most part, but any other like background that was in the show, I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell, dude. That's kind of what's crazy. Well, hold on. What I was going to say, what's crazy about that is AI is getting that good that if I'm not being able to even tell and I'm trying to look for it, how many other animes are applying it? We don't even realize it.
No, it's probably quite a bit. Honestly speaking, you think about it, like we talk about this, like people have to embrace AI regardless or not. It's a new tool.
It's inevitable.
It's coming everywhere that you go. I know, going back to what you're talking about, I think they're doing two things. I know that recently Disney sent a cease and desist for the new AI model.
Yes.
Because they were doing a bunch of crazy stuff. I share a video, I think I shared it to Shark King. They actually used the AI to recreate a story for Doomsday.
Yeah.
It looks believable. It looks like, wow, this could be the plot of the movie. And it's kind of crazy to know how much AI has been used. I think companies, they probably need to stop in order to maintain their properties, but at the same time, they're going to be using it, to enhance their experience.
I think enhancing is fine, but to just go fully 100% AI, I think that's...
No, and have you heard about the AI actress that I guess people are trying to build?
Yeah.
A lot of real actors have been asked about this. They say they don't like it. They hate it.
Yeah.
There's AI music that people really like, and it's like, oh no, that's
some
AI.
people don't even realize it is too, and like it's gotten really advanced too on some of the Blink 182. I think the guy's name is DeLong Science. I don't know if you've heard of that one, but he's done some recreations of Blink 182 demos and stuff, and it's pretty unbelievable. But yeah, so like, there's that, but then like something to bring up is the Star Wars stuff has gotten. I know you've seen some of those. They're unreal. There's one that released today, and I actually want to show you after this podcast. It's the most realistic, best version of AI I've ever seen. The Star Wars one's probably the most biggest ones that we've seen of like the amount of detail and realism. But they released a new one, and it takes place after Return of the Jedi. Right at the end scene where you see like Luke like seeing Vader burn, he meets up with Ahsoka, and he meets Ahsoka on another planet, and it's a really beautiful scene. But they're most of the stuff with the AI, the voice sounds weird, or their mouse lips aren't moving with the thing. Not this time. I watched like 10 minutes of the clip, and I was blown away. I just sat back, ate some popcorn, like, holy shit, I could watch a whole movie like this. It was that good, and it just came out today. Like, it is advancing monthly at a pace that is extremely scary.
Which again goes back to like, this makes sense why there's a huge shortage of RAM because of what they're able to do. So, but again, there's those that get scary because like, what's going to happen to those that do create, those that their passion and their job is to create things. Well, it's like AI is now just going to be like, well,
you have to adapt. You have to use the tool regardless. I think.
Well, but saying, but the creative mind is being.
Felt like it's becoming an inferior in the sense that like if you want to create music,
creativity is going away.
Like I said, creating music, creating your own melodies, creating different chords, and experimenting around. Like I feel like that is going to now take a back because of like I can make something popular by just prompting something, saying I want it to sound something like this but different like this, and I don't really have to do anything. It will make the music for me. It will create the lyrics for me. I just have to publish it.
It kind of reminds me of WALL-E.
Well, that's why it's becoming like this.
Because like people are using ChatGPT now as a therapist.
Well, yeah, and that's also
that's a mental thing going on where people are getting lazier and they're just having the bot do everything they want to do.
But the risk is security. Like you're basically giving this algorithm all of your personal information.
That's the thing is that they don't want
part of it.
And that's what I'm trying to say. Like I think, like we talk about this, they have to regulate AI to one particular aspect, what it can do and what it shouldn't do. I realistically think if
there needs to be regulations on AI,
separation, all of that. Yeah. I think that can help people identify how to use it and how not to abuse it, so it cannot block creativity or other things.
But it's not about so much blocking it, but it's like the tool of like the mental state of people, right? It's stunning the mental growth of like humans.
To anybody, like honestly speaking,
on everything and anything, creativity and belief and all this other stuff.
Agreed.
It's not
regulation
good.
in a way to it can avoid getting to that particular problem.
That's the whole point. Is like what's going to the funny thing would be if they use a different AI program to regulate AI. Like that's like where we're going to get to at one point.
Humans are lazy, and you want to find the easiest way to do things.
So either
Exactly.
that is going to happen, or eventually people will need to adapt to AI, and they need to find something else or another way to express themselves.
You know what's crazy is like it's like Gen Xers and stuff, or what is it? Not Gen Xers. What's after Gen Z? The new Gen. Anyway, they're going out. They're going out more outside now, which is kind of crazy.
They're not drinking.
They're not doing cell phones. They're not drinking.
I think they've said that they've lost like billions of dollars in the alcohol industry because the people aren't drinking.
And on top
but it's not just that, even technology. Like they're actually going outside and they're not caring about computers or games. Like
not
it's
Japan.
changing. It's kind of interesting.
Did you hear about it too?
Not Japan. Japan not doing.
They're also getting a lot of them. Well, you're gonna see it start coming through here because it always starts in California and the Echoes.
Of course.
People are going more analog now. So like people are like a huge upsurgence in CRT TVs are being purchased.
People are buying like it's becoming
cassettes, vinyl records, VHS tapes,
vinyl
old
records
DVDs.
are huge right now.
It's
physical
blown
media.
Up. It's blowing up into an absurd
Play's
level
coming back
in California that you're going to start seeing Echo. And like people are getting like old school cameras now too. Like from what I remember hearing, because my buddy's a camera freak. What's the Polaroid?
Polaroids, yeah.
The
Kodak moment.
Yeah, they're thinking about reopening their factory so that people can start doing that more. Because before it was just small things, and then they were just releasing little batches. But now
and to be fair,
back,
analog beats digital on cameras any day of the week. I don't care. Like digital is not as good as analog.
Just has this vibe too. But yeah, it's just growing so much exponentially now that that's happening. So you'll start seeing an Echo. You're going to start seeing it trickle down and through the other states. So don't be surprised if you see somebody selling a CRT TV like
for like melee again,
$900.
Well, and if they keep these prices going on, I mean, it's not just RAM. You guys got to remember, it's the actual like the ROM chips, like these like NVMe's, right? Like the 4 terabyte was $239 just last year, and then now it's gone up to $630 on Best Buy.
Unfortunately,
that's just an NVMe drive.
Yeah,
I mean, 1 terabyte's $200 now for an NVMe.
That's
a basic one. It's not some Samsung 990 Pro either.
Shark King,
like a slow IOPS.
And then we stopped you a few times. You had some stuff to say.
No, I really didn't.
I heard something. No,
that was just in your mind.
No, I heard him. I heard he was about to say something.
Answer. No, I really didn't.
No, but
honestly, I didn't have anything.
But if you think about it, this is kind of weird. But this will not happen if we're not in the current situation. So in a way.
I don't think so, because I mean, if the new gen that doesn't care to drink and do other stuff, that has nothing to do with technology, with the AI and all that stuff. It's just it's just if you're being if you start seeing everything all around you, where it's just kind of like do this and do that, and
you want to do
having a Wall-E moment now instead of in hundreds of years.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about that. I mean, like the new gen that's like not drinking, not doing all this stuff. They're being outside.
Yeah, they're being outside. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, in Wall-E, remember?
I know.
It took them so long to be like, hey, let's go outside. Let's not look at this screen for 20 hours a day. It's like, if there's already people already not doing that stuff and trying to look at other things that are more natural,
that's pushing people to go back to what it was.
That's why we won't have Skynet. Not having Terminator happen. Okay.
Yeah, not until
lay
some pipe. Anyways, until 2027. Like when 2027 hits, and then you'll be fine. You don't care. But with the AI stuff, with the animation, the dog and the boy is background art. The experimental series Twins Hina is promoted at 95% AI.
Holy shit!
And the anime Mechanical Marie, but I don't know what.
Never heard of any of those.
I've heard of Mechanical Marie. How much of that was AI?
It didn't say. I'm assuming it's probably saying the same thing, like 95%.
Of it was AI?
I'm assuming. I don't know. It just said that and Mechanical Marie. So I'm going to assume it's saying, oh, this is 95% and this as well. That's what I read it as.
No, I'd have to see. 95% is ridiculous.
95.
Yeah, 95 is ridiculous.
I have a question for you guys. So I don't mind AI being used in the industry because, I mean, it's fine. I mean, people need to understand when they
It's a tool.
It's just a tool. It's how good.
But we don't want it to replace the person. That's the scary. Yeah,
that's fine. But I guess my point is, like, in using a tool, like if you're going to use a tool to like prompt it to, do some type of algorithm, like move these models here and do that there, and it can do it in 20 seconds rather than taking 30 days. Like, I'm all for that kind of stuff. I mean, it's going to be used in other things, right? I think from what we're talking, it's more the artistic piece, right? If they need to use a tool to move assets around and stuff, and that script stuff, that I don't give a shit, but it's the art stuff we want to preserve more than anything.
I think there's something though that has to happen, and I think those that actually work in animation probably will know this, especially in anime, right? Because you only have a limited number of key animators, right? They're the ones that draw all of the key animations, right?
Yeah.
But you don't. But most animators don't start that. They start in doing in between frames. So it's they have to draw the ones that you've seen those videos. They're what the fudge is? Why is Sasuke
But they're supposed to be.
It's they're supposed to be because it's supposed to show fluidity, how it's or a certain type of style, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's they have to learn those things to get, and then eventually get up to be a key animator, right? They have to learn all these basic things.
You have to get there.
You have to get there to be okay, this is the in-between shot. How do I get this to look now here and make it look fluid in the frames that I have? So it's if we take those away and make it AI will do all those, it's okay, well, how are they going to refine their actual talent to get to become a quote-unquote key animator? Or will those that are key animators now, will they be those are the final ones, basically, and after that, there's not really
what about
a need for them?
That's a good question, but let me kind of challenge that a little bit. And I think we talked about it once on one of the podcasts. Is if they do the in between of the key animating work and you got the motion stuff, but then it turns out to be complete ass, like Dragon Ball Super. Is it okay for the studio to be we were rushing this, we know it looks like ass, we're going to use the AI to help just real quick for the production time? Or, and I'm not saying it's right, I'm just asking a question, or does it open a bigger can of worms where when you open those can of worms, that then people kind of get, the lazy idea, and then they kind of get obsessed because it worked, so they start doing it as a norm?
I think it would be cool if they can use both.
I guess it depends because Super is a really interesting one because even the key animators, had not they didn't have enough time to do all the corrections, and B, especially in the first few episodes, they did not have their best key animators. All the best key animators were either in the movie or they were later on in the series, in the Goku Black arc or in the Tournament of Power arc. But everything else was it was very, very rare that you had one of the big key animators, especially for Dragon Ball, to be in there in the first 16 episodes.
Yeah.
Because if you look at that, there's not really great episodes in there.
Super is just very inconsistent all the time.
Yeah.
Even the Tournament of Power,
they had
Takahashi.
Yeah, they were such great ones, and then you had some weird.
Which to be fair was kind of like original Dragon Ball Z. I freaking hated on Cell when Gohan looks amazing fighting the Cell Juniors. The next episode, all of them look like turd nuggets.
But I gotta say, what I did like about that, everything was done hand drawn though.
No, it was, but that's not the point. It's just these key animators. It's really wonky when you have a stylized. It's the character looks like this, and then the next episode, it's you can tell a new artist took over.
I swear it's a Toei thing because I swear tons of Toei had that issue.
Would be cool.
But back then, I don't feel it's that big of a deal now. Like Naruto, One Piece, they all look pretty consistent these days.
Right, but I also think it's because of Toei as well. Because if you look at all of their properties, they had similar issues with all of their properties, all their IPs. I don't know why.
Let me just add in here for this. I think in general for any animation studio, if you don't have enough time to release your product, to release the thing, and you know the animation is going to be bad, then just postpone it.
They're not gonna do that.
You need to, because it's just going to look bad. You're going to have everyone belittle you, and then you're going to be, you were part of this group. You're the guy who animated One Punch Man season 3 when the fucking guys JPEGing down the hill. I don't want you here.
No.
I don't want you.
I'm not trying to support that or to defend that, but what I'm saying is, if you look at how studios work, they get these projects, and the bigger they are, they have tons of projects. They're okay, we have these 5 projects that are going to be the next few years. We have this much time to finish it. After this time, you cannot do anything. It's done. We're moving on to the next project, and they can only have so many key animators work on one project. Because again, key animators they don't work just for Mappa or just for Toei.
I know.
They have other projects they have to do as well. So it's okay, how long do we have this person? How long can we get them to do these key animations? And sometimes they're not even the key animators. They will just be the ones that will review the key animation. Be I'll make this correction here. Bump. So it's you would have to change and be okay, well, you have this window, and then maybe this window of of like corrections being done. But again, that's usually done on Blu-rays, and that's done by different
They
groups.
constantly have to jump between projects here and
No,
there.
but the thing is, they don't need to do that. The problem that they're having is they're having an overabundance of animes that are just trash.
Well, yeah.
So why animate them? Why not just give us like how it back how it was in the 90s and 80s, where it's like per season was like 10 or 11 animes. They're all animated really well, and then you go about it that way. Because nowadays it's like there's 30 animes for this season, and I bet you anything, more than half of those are going to be animated like shit, and the rest are going to have okay, and then there's going to be 2 or 3 that's going to be like god tier animation.
Right.
I think you have to think of this though. If you look at the 90s, look at the 80s, right? If you look at them like
when they're
you may
released,
not like, some people may not like the actual art style of the 80s or 90s because they're very different. But some people don't.
No, I know,
But
you're
it's like-
absolutely right.
But look at but you have to understand, like, all of that was hand drawn, or when they did like backgrounds, they would have painted
painters.
backgrounds,
It's
and then
beautiful.
anything that was like had to be like changed or be broken or something to happen to it, you could see that it was like colored different. Be like, oh, something's gonna happen to this part because it's colored differently. Their project, their time they had was also a lot longer. Now, when they started moving to digital, people started that, and that's when they're like, well, now maybe you had, I don't know, 10 hours to work on maybe this scene because it's digital, because you can color so much quicker and all this stuff. Now you have
3 hours,
3 hours.
2 hours.
So it's like, in all that time, it's like,
Now
well,
AI's going to even half that.
yeah, but now it's like, well, now the animators have to work quicker, and I think what happens is a lot of producers, a lot of people be like, "Is this a small mistake? That's fine, just leave it."
Yeah,
So-
I'm just saying I wouldn't want that. Like, just
I
produce-
completely agree. But that's where they're at
B-tier-
right now.
B-tier animation or higher. Don't give me this
That's-
C-tier
but that's where they're
trash,
at.
B,
I think
D-tier trash.
that's where AI could come to help. What I made,
Yeah, but some of these animals are just trash in general.
But here's what I think. I think that there might be a way in which AI could be used, maybe just to set a particular, I don't know, character frame, elaborate like a particular base, something generic. And I think that's when we have key animators draw everything else. Trying to basically embrace the technology in a way that it can actually help them. And I don't think it's going to be... I think if AI is used correctly, it can become maybe the first step, maybe the second step, and then include an animator after. So it helped with this process initially, like the bare bone, and added with real animators. I think that could...
I don't have an issue.
It just depends
I don't
on...
have an issue with the AI part. I'm just saying, just
especially now,
don't
so there's
release
so many
animes. That's what I'm saying. They
Unfortunately,
shouldn't need to.
that's not going to happen.
So
That's so
there's
dumb.
a question that I don't think we're bringing up. I mean, we're bringing it on a selfish point of view of us as consumers. There's another point of view to think about is like Toei and a lot of these animation studios are known for this. Is the hardworking schedules in Japan where some of these people are working, 24 hours. They're sleeping under their desks.
Sure.
They're health deprived. They're getting sick, dying, whatever, getting illnesses, and they're overworked. And so on a moral standpoint, if you were one of those workers and you're never seeing your family and it's hurting your health, it's hurting your family, hurting your life, there's people doing therapy over this stuff. It's really bad stuff going on that people don't talk about a lot.
It won't.
If AI can help that, ignoring the things that we want as a consumer, there's another argument there, I think, to be made is if it can help these people have a life and have a home and be a family, and because some of these people are really overworked, is it okay where AI can maybe help lessen that burden?
Maybe. I think that could be a cool
nothing we're not
opportunity.
talking about,
Right.
but it's something that's
I think
important to bring up.
Yeah, I think there's other ways in which AI can be implemented,
Yeah.
rather than just taking a job. I feel like
It's a tool, like we said. For
right.
the
I would
If we
bring
do
this
it
up
as
because
a tool and not as the main thing to do.
I think we have to
everything
think
for
of.
them,
I think we have to think about this. So first of all, I think they talk the average animator works like, I think they say like 15 hours a day, and that's every
Jeez
day,
Louise.
something like that. And
That's like
the
borderline
amount of money
slavery,
they
man.
make in a month, I think they said the average was about $600 for all that time. So it's like, okay, well, now if we add AI into it, how does that benefit them? Yes, they get to see their families, but how much of that will they actually be seeing in terms of money in their body? So it's like, how much will that be? Will Japan be like, you're still going to work less hours, we're still going to pay more? Or are they going to be like, since we don't need you, we're going to pay you way less? And do they, at that point, then are able to go to different as studios
it's gonna
and
be
still
the-
trying to. So that's the question.
It's going to be the answer you don't like is where it's going to be the whole argument of AI's making people lose jobs.
Yeah.
There is going to be cuts of people, and it's just going to happen. But at the same time, like, are these people really happy? Or are they just doing what they do to survive? I don't know. But the thing is, regardless of AI taking the job, that argument is kind of a fallacy in history. Because it's always been the case before, horses to cars to railroads, like cell phones, computers. Every new generation of technology takes away jobs, and the world adjusts. It's been like this since every. So people are making it the next big boom thing, but this is not any different than when the computer was coming out. People were freaking out when the the computer because
when the internet came out was a big thing as well.
Exactly.
So I think people will need to adapt regardless.
It's adapting.
Like everything happening in the past.
It might not be the answer people want to hear, but I'm sorry, like, read a history book. It's not any different.
It's repeating itself.
It's just
but
history
I guess
repeating
at the same
itself.
time, it will. I guess people will eventually need to will adapt, like we did with the internet.
It's like people that know computers and technology, like those were like, it was like even me growing into the industry for my career, it was more of a rarity or a specialized thing, where nowadays it's more of a normality. So it's kind of the same thing, like where like people do programming and stuff like that. That was a really big thing, but now it's like everybody knows how to code. It's just gross. I don't know. It might not be the answer people want to hear.
Kids and
That's not something maybe I like, but it happens.
I think with me personally, as someone who does creation themselves, it does feel a lot worse. It's not just. Again, it's not just a job or something. It's like your actual, like and not even a job, but like what you actually can offer as a creative perspective that can be, take a shot, Shark King, that you can like bring to the world. It's like, no, AI can do it better. So it's like now like being quote unquote creative or being in those type of arts, to me, loses its value completely. It's not losing its value.
Argument.
So again, and again, so to you, I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm saying as someone who is in that more of that field, that is, to me, it feels that it's less important. Whereas I'm like, no, it should be even more important. But now, again, the fear is that the tool will now become the main thing. Again, we're talking as a tool. That's how it should be used, which is completely fine. But now, again, if things continue the way that it does, at the speed that it does, it will no longer just be the tool. Like you said, Correct. It will just be the norm. And so now it'll be like, well, how do people then police or maintain that this new thing, AI, that is now creating all this stuff, how do we make sure that it doesn't? Well, I don't know. I don't know how to go from there.
It goes back into regulation. There has to be regulation.
It has to be regulated.
Either from a industry perspective or a country perspective.
Country by country.
Yeah, like especially in anime, I think there's something that will apply specifically. They have to set rules on what limits, because going 100% over something, it could definitely be.
And that's, I guess that's where, like, I guess we'll have to see what happens, because that rule might be for Japan, but it might not be for someone else who might be able to learn how to use.
Like, it could also be when it comes to like creating like movies or characters or like.
Well, like I said, like AI can people have like jailbroke ChatGPT to be like more unrestricted. I don't know how they do that. I don't understand AI as much to even know how to do it, but they've done it so that it can do more than what is shown in regular people that use ChatGPT. So it's like they do have the power to do. It does have the power, at least to a certain point, to do more than what we've seen. I don't know.
I've created AI models for my job, so I kind of have a little bit understanding how that works. I'm not going to go into the details on the podcast, but you're right. And I mean, you can tell the AI, like, give it its belief systems. You can give it what it can or cannot answer.
But there's
like
so
you
much
can
that
do
AI
those.
cannot
you can make algorithms so
still,
you can still make algorithms, like, as people get better with them, they can make them so unique, so specific, that again we're gonna get to the point where, like you said, we can't tell the difference now between what is AI, what is real, and that to me is actually super scary.
Fair.
The fine line between reality and fiction is getting thinner and thinner.
Yeah, those lines are getting so blurred now.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'm telling you, Skynet.
That's why I want to be a pirate and live in the ocean, and that'd be good.
Just don't eat the fruit.
I want to. What if I get the gum fruit?
You can't swim.
You be Nika.
Yeah.
You want to stop swim? Well, I guess you can't swim.
I don't swim, so
you just drown. What was that? Seawater? Is that just all water?
Seawater.
Just seawater. Oh, you can still be a pirate on the lake.
Yeah.
No, they're in the ocean. It's more free.
That's why they use the sea stone cuffs for the handcuffs for them.
Yeah. You know what I could also have? A floaty.
I don't think that works.
It does.
Does it?
I don't know. They never showed that.
They never have.
All
floaties.
I've ever seen is when they
Usually Zoro's
when
a
they
floaty.
pull.
You just lose your
I just
strength
saw that when they pull. Yeah, they lose their strength. I've only ever seen it where, but they don't lose their power because Luffy was able. They were able to.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
you can.
Yeah, I know. That's what. That's what I meant.
Which also didn't make sense either to me. Like, how is it that they're able? I thought it would make more sense that they just also can't use their power in the
It just
water.
weakens them. That's
But it
all.
just weakens them, so they can't. But they
No, they can die. I mean, if they,
right.
Yeah.
But they can still use their powers in the water, right?
No.
Well, then
Not
how
at
did?
all.
Well, then how? Well, Luffy's power
Oh,
is
I
the
know,
gum
his
gum.
head
You
was-
should
was-
read the books.
His
and the
head
manga.
was above water, so his head could stretch. That's why.
Yeah.
But his neck wasn't. That's why I'm
whole body.
confused.
Part of his neck was connected to.
Didn't
his
they
head.
grab it and bring it up? I'd have to look at it again. I swear they
Yeah, but
grabbed it.
they're grabbing it, but Luffy's not using his power.
But his power is still quote unquote active still, right?
Right, and he can't control it.
You can't control, but
So he
it
just
still
turns
is
into goo.
active, right? I guess like
Not necessarily.
It wasn't
I
goo,
get what
was
you're
it?
trying
Yeah,
to
yeah.
say. Like if they pull his head, because
Or if there was- or if there was, like-
fine, but the
or
rest
like-
of the body's immobilized.
right. Well, I guess like if someone were to have a devil fruit that makes him shoot cannon, but there's like an actual, let's say, manual way to shoot it. Like if they were in the water, if they could use that to propel, could they use that button? If not them,
Because usually
someone
they're-
else is pushing it.
somebody else.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
The power still
Yeah, somebody
can be
could.
used, just not by
but
them.
Not if the body is submerged in that, though. So say if his hand can shoot, but that's underwater, it's not going to work. It's completely
His hand is
deactivated.
above water. Then yes.
Yeah, if it's submerged in water, it's completely.
I'll have to read the Luffy thing because I thought
that's why they put the prisms on like the cuffs,
Right.
Because when it hits that, all their movement in the hands, everything it's nullified.
That's what I thought when Arlong Park when Luffy gets put in the water. I swear his entire body was in water, but they grabbed his head, and so his power was still active. He just didn't use it, but they power his head
remember that.
to lift it up because his head was still above water.
Well,
While
that's
the rest of his
different.
body-
If the head's above water, yes.
No, but he was entirely
was
submerged.
already
He was already because he was already drowning. That's what like we have to get. I remember because like you have to get Luffy or he's gonna die. So they grabbed his head and pulled it all the way up.
Oh, it could have.
That's why I'm like, I'm
It
just-
could have
I'm
been
just-
a gag scene. I don't know.
It could be. I just
That's a good point.
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyways,
I'll
back
tell you-
to that.
One Piece. Coming a couple of weeks.
March 6th, 10th.
Honestly, I'm just Resident Evil focused. That's all I'm thinking about right now. I'm full in. I'm ready for Leon to start
I'm just
kicking
waiting for One
ass,
Piece
get my
already.
chainsaw. I know you are, but I am like 1 week away from my boy Leon coming back. I'm just
Infected
my
again?
God, I'm so excited. Yeah,
We're
again,
gonna
right?
get a review from you.
Like the third or fourth. Oh, but this is 10 out of 10. I haven't even played it. I'm so fucking excited.
Well, okay, before we end it, just as a small thing,
Oh, no.
what would make it super sad for you
Fuck you.
with Leon? I have to know because I don't know what they're doing with this game.
Don't
you
do
don't
that.
have to know.
I do have to know. I want to
No, you
ask
don't.
him.
If you're not, if
Well,
you're not a
I'm
fan,
asking
you're
him.
not
This
a-
is also
I'm
this
not,
is also
I'm not
for
putting energy in Juju.
this is also for Missy Lou. She's in our Discord.
I'm not putting Juju out.
Now you
there.
gotta wanna hear it.
Nah, dude, no.
What if you're
not
right?
Until next week, until you
My
reviews it.
my sadness would just be if Leon doesn't find happiness with Ada. How about that? I'm gonna do a cop out.
I would be super pissed if you find out that they again. I hate it when people do things that where they have deaths off screen or something like that.
It was all a dream.
Okay, hold on. Before you say anything,
'Kay.
you're not. Is anything you're about to say coming from any type of YouTubers?
Nope.
Okay, then continue.
What I'm saying is I hate that when they do that in any type of
Agreed.
media, especially with someone so like iconic. So like, oh, he died. Like
Yeah.
in Independence Day Resurgence. Like again, terrible movie. I understand why Will Smith wasn't in it, but they're like, oh, he died.
That's why I'm worried about the freaking watch with Leon with the freaking
Yeah.
black freaking feathers on the. By the way, you can buy that watch. It's amazing. It's like $2,300.
Oh.
It's insanely gorgeous.
Did
Like
you
if I had the money, I would buy it
you
right
know what-
now.
Did you see that pull-up
It's
bar?
Beautiful.
They sold this pull-up bar thingy, like where the girl she's hanging upside down from it.
From Grace, like in
Yeah.
okay.
Sold out in Japan.
I'm not even gonna ask if that's true. I know you're right. That's horrible. I didn't know that, but that's.
That's why I was like, a pull-up bar? I was like,
Oh my
dang.
God damn, I want this game to come out, David. I'm so like I've always been excited for like 7, 8, 9, 4's remake, like 4's being especially, but my God, 9 looks holy
good.
shit, the hype is real with this one. Like this is
Switch 2.
I will smack the shit out of you. Do not buy a Switch 2 to play RE9. You got a nice, beautiful computer. Go play it there.
He does have a Switch too, though.
Yeah, I know exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Any respectable person won't get on the Switch too.
Yeah, don't do that, dude. That's a whole. You buy your $20 Pokemon, but you go play RE9 on your damn computer. Don't even.
Yeah, don't be a schmuck.
Don't even with Resident Evil, dude. I will smack the shit out of you.
I'm going to show you. Look, I'm playing on the Switch too.
Like, if you buy it, but you also buy it on PC, I'll shut up because you have a portable version. But if it's your damn main source, I'm going to smack the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Get it as a portable, that's fine. But, like, that's not your main. Anyways, I am so freaking stoked. So, I've caught up on all the movies. I'm finished 2, 3, 4, 6. And I played them all on hardcore and beat those.
You play the VR game?
I don't have a VR. It makes me motion sick. So. I did play it. That was actually the last game I played, and it was awesome until I almost threw up. But it was cool.
Okay.
But Leon's back, baby. That's all I care about. Let's go. Oh, my God. Gonna get chainsaw people.
Makes it.
Fuck you. Leon's like the poster boy. They ain't going to do that, dude. He's been infected before many times. Even in the movie, he's been infected
I know.
multiple times. Like,
I'm not saying that. I'm not
No,
saying
I'm talking to him, not you. I'm talking to him.
Well, by the
Leon's
way,
been infected many
what
times.
happened to
All of them. Claire's been infected. Jill's been infected.
okay, I need to ask you about this since you know about Resident Evil. Any news on the new movie remakes?
Actually, not on the. Wait, you said movies. What do you mean by remakes? You mean just like them just coming out with a new like series, right?
Completely. I guess it would be a reboot.
They are. So the director, I'm super excited. The guy that did Weapons.
Oh yeah, I heard this.
And he has free range.
Yep.
Hell yes.
Oh, nice.
Hell yes. I have complete faith. As long as he respects the material and just does whatever he wants, like even be new characters, I don't care. But the guy that did Weapon, go right ahead. I'm
guessing it's
for
in the
this, dude.
pre-production. I'm guessing.
Huh?
What stage on the movie?
They didn't say.
I don't think they started filming.
They're not
yet.
even in pre-production.
They're probably just in the writing stages.
I was gonna say I don't think they've.
They haven't announced anything. Just
apart from the director.
apart from the director and what he can do, I don't think they've announced anything else.
I think I would like to watch a new Resident Evil.
Me too. I kind of feel like I've been kind of missing it a little bit because the last one, me and Diego went to
Raccoon
North
City.
Carolina, Raccoon City. Actors I really enjoyed. That movie is so trash that we walked out.
The only thing that was cool about it was
30
the
minutes.
props. The props look really awesome.
It looked like
But
we were
everything was
in
just
the
kinda
mansion.
ass.
Yeah, the props was like the most accurate I've seen in my life. Like we were like on an artistic level. Me and we were like, this is gorgeous, but this movie sucks. We're leaving.
Yeah.
What made it? What was the breaking point that you're like, yeah, we're
Just
leaving?
a lot of the acting.
No, but there had to have been something like at one point because there's a point where you're like,
was
it's
dumb
too
as
much.
It was consistent
was
of
the way-
repetitive. Like the acting was just so bad, where it felt worse than like a CW writing. It felt like okay. Put it this way: you put in a production where the sets and everything look great for Hollywood, but the acting and story is Hallmark.
Yeah,
But it's Resident Evil.
There was in a Hallmark movie.
Getting
But
so
There's also
tired.
this one scene with the sheriff. Like, I'm fine with
Oh,
swearing in
yeah.
the movie, but like if every other word is just a swear, it just kind of makes it boring. Like the sheriff was like, "You got mother piece of shit." Just every other syllable was a swear, and I'm like, so he's the guy who's gonna die next, right? And then what happens? He dies. I'm like, okay,
Yeah, we were
this
predicting maybe like, oh, it's
just
gonna
so
happen.
annoying.
Oh, there's gonna be a guy here. Me and Diego were
And
like,
it was
we're
just
so
like, I am
tired. And like, bro, you want to go
done.
home? He's like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Like it was that bad.
And we didn't bother getting a refund because we didn't use our money. We used the company card, so fuck them.
I mean, like as much
Especially
as the
now.
Alice universe gets shit, which I mean, rightfully so. They're kind of bad movies. I enjoy how bad they are. It has some love on things, but you know, this one, the last one that came out, is way worse than that. I mean, at least I could get through those, and I've bought those and watched them many times. But
Yeah.
anyway, RE9's coming out next Friday, so
You won't be
Friday,
here.
Saturday, and Sunday, I probably won't be here.
It's okay.
Okay.
You guys know what I'll be doing. I'll be saving the universe with Leon. So I'm good.
Nice.
Going back to Raccoon City and the police station. It's so cool.
Noise. Alrighty, guys, that is it for tonight. Remember, you can always watch this episode first. Well, you can watch this on YouTube, which is where we prefer. But if you want to listen to it in the podcast version, you can go to Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Podomatic, Spotify. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, it's A-okay with me. Remember to follow us on all of our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Tuna Podcast, capital C, capital N, capital P. If you've never seen those letters done by one of our chibis, that's usually done by Shark King. He's great at it. He's a pro. I miss those Shark King. Just so you know.
It's hard to do over Discord.
Yeah. But anyways, we'll see you guys next time. This is David the Smash Fan.
Mister.
Jabari.
How's your tech guy?
And Sharking.
Shooting a podcast. Peace.